Good morning and welcome from WARMACHINE Weekend 2015. I'm Michael Plummer, Convention Manager for Privateer Press, and I am here with William Shick, Director of Business Development for Privateer Press, and we are bringing you round 3 of the WARMACHINE Weekend Invitational right here from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep, quarterfinals are today. 2 rounds happened last night, late into the night, actually last night. And what a field we have going into this. Today, for round 3, we're going to be streaming 2 fantastic players who have actually never met before on the competitive circuit, despite their proliferation in it. We've got Mike Puryear versus Jason Watt, who took home the championship at Gen Con last year, both in Iron Gauntlet and at the Masters tournament. So this is going to be an incredible matchup, I think, today that we've got going on here.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a great game. Today's scenario is Destruction, which is a kill box scenario, meaning that both casters are going to get in the mix. And with the casters they've chosen, I didn't think that was going to be a problem anyway. They're going to get a single control point for destroying an enemy objective, a single control point for controlling the zone, and 2 control points if they can dominate that zone. Victory condition is, as usual, 5 control points needed for scenario victory, or, of course, Warcaster Warlock Assassination.
Yep. And bringing up to this match, we have also, not only are these competitors really great guys, they're great in terms of their impact on the scene. One of the things that I'm really excited about in this match specifically, and the Invitational in general this year, is that, I don't know if you know this, but they brought in ADR. So for the Invitational this year, they allowed the ADR rules, which we've seen used in Masters throughout the year so far. And both these guys are using it to its max. So we have 2 very strong lists built out of ADR, and both our players actually have used their ADR extensively for this match.
That is absolutely true.
So Mike brought, for this match, he's bringing Fiora. Fiora 1, Priestess of the Flame. He's got the first fully painted Hand of Judgment for an event.
That's amazing.
Ready to go. He has the Avatar. And then he's also got Tristan with a Redeemer, which is a combo that we've seen Mike run many times before to great effect. Min Choir, which is another affectation of his. We often talk about how a lot of the times 2 units of Min Choir is kind of the way to go, or a full unit of Min Choir, depending on the play style. Mike has really become efficient at utilizing a Min Choir for his needs. We've also got, for his ADR, he swapped in a max unit of Errants with the UA, a max unit of Zealots with the UA, so making heavy use of that ADR benefit that he got from taking both Fiora and Anston Durst as his 2 Warcasters. A Vassal, Covenant of Menoth, and of course Rubik Carvalho to make those Errants just extra tough.
Yep, and Jason Watt has been playing Convergence quite extensively for the past year and a half, and he's been doing really well with them. So, excuse me, I'm excited to see him play his Tier 3 Sustained Attack Force, which is Axis the Harmonic Enforcer. He switched out his entire battle group to add in ADR, so his battle group today is just a Conservator, and then beyond that, his list is a lot of dudes. He's got 4 Enigma Foundries to keep his forces coming back. He's got 3 full units of Obstructors, 2 full units of Reductors, 3 units of Clockwork Angels, and an Optifex Directive. So very little meat on the table because it's just Axis and the Optifex Directive that actually have flesh, and the rest of it is just pure steel coming in for the kill.
It's all right, though, because Fiora's fire burns steel just as well as flesh.
Absolutely true.
So we have our players setting up right now. You see Mike getting his forces later on the board. Pretty standard deployment here. We've got the Zealots going up in the front row, Book behind him, and he's now waiting on that AD for his Errants.
And, this is one of the few occasions when you're going to see more models on the other side of the table than a Protectorate list. Yesterday I watched a Harbinger game where she had so many models, and I don't even know if I could get through all those activations with Watt's list.
I mean, Brian White, who was our Protectorate star yesterday, actually went all the way to the finals match and lost out in a very close and an excellent game in terms of everything that happened on the table, and Brian really showed his sportsmanship in it. But yeah, those Harbinger lists, he brought all the Protectorate with him.
Yep.
Just everyone. Harbinger was like, I'm going on a walk, and everyone's like, I'm going with you.
So we see Watt is setting up his Obstructors. He's setting himself up a nice, wide frontage. He's going to be able to cover any part of the table that he needs to against those Protectorate forces. And you can see the Errants are right across from him. He's got 2 units of Obstructors going over there. Probably going to see some shield wall action over there, I think.
Yeah.
Advancing up the field. Maybe a little bit slower, but keeping his guys alive so he can get in there and hopefully get a good first strike.
And you can see the rest of the field right now in this quarterfinal match down the row there.
He's got Tom Guan and Brent Holdstock playing right behind them, and it looks like Brett and Brian are having a little rematch back there.
Yeah, a little bit. So you see Brian hanging out just right down there. He right here. Here's Brian. Went all the way to the finals match yesterday. Lost out in a very close game, but absolutely excellent. So congratulations to him. In terms of all of that, I'm excited to see if he can make it all the way in this invitational matchup as well. Also, you'll notice that our board switched a little bit. WARMACHINE Weekend always has a nice surprise for the invitational players in terms of a fully sculpted and detailed board. This one was built by Tectonic Craft Studios.
it did some really nice work here. I like the cracking and the striations.
Yeah.
I mean, it
got
just
a lot
looks like
of-
a nice like war-torn battlefield.
One of the things that I think came out really well with this is that there's a lot of variation and a lot of visual interest without really sacrificing playability.
Absolutely, and like that hill. I mean, you can definitely tell it's a hill, but models sit on it well. It's a really nice board. I'm excited to see
and
these
our
people
players
play on
shake
it.
hands, and then we are ready to get this match underway.
So turn 1 is going to be Watt, and as we can see, he is doing a pretty classic Watt first turn, and things are running.
I mean, it's classic first turn for just about anything. Get those obstructors up the corner.
Especially Axis. It's not like there's a whole lot of guns in this list, right?
No. There's maybe. Did he take any reductors? He's got a unit of reductors.
He's got 2 full units of reductors.
He's got 3 units of Clockwork
and
Angels.
he's got the Clockwork Angels.
He's going to be,
so there's some
binomaling
shooting,
a lot
but
of things.
That's not first turn shooting.
No. Unless, he takes advice from you and he just cheats.
Well, sure. Yeah. That's how you win games.
Yeah.
Or roll better.
Roll better. Roll better helps.
Michael Plummer's School of Roll Better.
School of Roll Better.
Yeah.
How do we even get them to fit inside the building?
I don't know, Will.
I don't know either.
So more models running, coming up the field, keeping that wide frontage. Just got every area of the board covered. I love that conservator. That's one of my favorite vectors in the Convergence. 1, I think it looks the coolest.
Yeah.
2, I think it's awesome.
It's fair enough. It is pretty powerful. It's moving.
More moving. Angels running up.
Angels flying away with their little mechanical wings.
Well, I mean, they're a really good choice to take against the errants because of their blade shield. So they're
they're deaf a lot.
They're deaf a lot. So blade shield gives them +2 defense against ranged attack rolls. So they're def 16. So even those errants are going to have problems hitting them, and then they can probably get a few pot shots off back in return.
Pot shots?
The angels.
They don't shoot pots, man.
They
shoot lasers.
They actually shoot binomial beams.
Yeah, they're lasers.
Yeah,
it's a beam weapon. It's a laser.
Sure. Enigma Foundry running up, getting ready to get them souls and make them bodies. They call them Enigma Foundries because they're an enigma. No one has any idea how they work. No one.
Yeah, that's pretty much accurate. They're real sad about it, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Have you seen those
They
faces?
never get invited to parties.
Never, ever. They're like the Eeyore of the Convergence.
Aww.
But the nice thing is about Eeyore is that, like, he's all sad and everything, but they still love him.
He's always there for you.
Just like they love those Enigma Foundries.
He's always just waiting.
Always.
He'll wait for you forever.
Yep. Waiting for you to put his tail back on.
Maybe the dude should find a better way to attach his tail.
Maybe. He should use some super glue.
There you go.
Yeah. So Axis running up the field, and Optifex Directive coming behind him, and passing turn.
All right.
That's a lot of models.
It is a lot of clockwork dudes just running up the field. So you see Tristan getting his focus out there. Probably going to give 1 to that Redeemer. Maybe more than that. There's
Looks
2.
Like 2?
So that'll give it some shots this turn, just try to get some lucky deviations. Avatar, of course, gets 4 for the start of the game.
Yep.
Because that's when it's always powerful.
That is the only turn it will get 4. Guaranteed.
If I was playing it, that's for sure. So, Mike.
That is a nice-looking Hand of Judgment.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's got it set to go. So we've got Mike now considering the rest of his allocations here with Fiora. One of the things we were talking about earlier in this match is that Fiora's feat is just terrifying.
Oh, it's
against this
horrifying.
army because you're like, I'm just going to set everything on fire. Everything.
Can you imagine what that's going to look like?
I imagine that Mike didn't bring enough tokens.
Yeah.
Like,
I
not even
would
close.
imagine
they're
not.
They're going to be better off just marking the things that aren't on fire.
Yeah, or just get a can of orange spray paint and just spray everything that's on fire.
Really?
Well, that's one way to get your opponent to tilt.
Sure. When you bring out that Home Depot spray can, you're just like, you might as well just spray him in the face too.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
he's also on fire.
Be like, you got feated on,
Set
boy.
him on fire.
Feated. Set him on fire?
Yeah, set him on fire.
No, we're
Just
not
to
doing
remind
that.
him.
You've gone too far. There's a line and you've crossed it. Mike considering where he's going to go next. Hand of Judgment knew what it wanted to do. It ran straight forward.
That was the Avatar.
Oh, sorry. No. Oh, yeah, it was the Avatar.
He doesn't have those 2 rad
He
flags.
does not have 2 rad flags. For some reason, the embodiment of the god on Earth
doesn't have a flag.
doesn't get flags. They're like, no flags for you.
Well, the Harbinger has the flag.
She does have a flag. Yeah.
Right. There's only one.
So Mike taking some time here, spending some time in the tank, thinking about what he wants to do against all those dudes.
You think that tank's full of Menoth's Fury?
Maybe. It's very viscous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you just come
That'd
out.
feel real weird.
Would it?
Getting between your toes and everything.
Maybe
Get outside and you're like, man,
be squishy.
real squishy.
Real squishy.
You don't want to start cooking after that.
Yeah, I would avoid open flame for at least 24 hours.
At least 24 hours.
All right, so now we have Hand of Judgment running forward as well.
I mean, we all knew it was going to happen.
Getting ready to spray some stuff.
Oh, an ancillary attack right off the bat.
Spray it. Spray him.
Looking for first oil.
First oil? First burnination,
I mean,
man.
there's no blood.
There might be.
Not from a Clockwork Angel.
And there goes that Clockwork Angel. Absolutely murderized.
Burninated, as it were.
With its immolator cannon. Of course, Hand of Judgment, absolutely a monster with Fiora due to its fuel for the flames rule, which will bring all those sweet fire rolls up to 14 on any models within 5 inches of it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's real good.
The other nice thing about Hand of Judgment, especially with Fiora 1, is the fact that with Blazing Wrath, once the model's on fire, it charges for free. So it's not the best use of the feat, but basically if you really needed a free charge, you'd be like, feat just to get that one guy.
I could really use an extra focus. Yeah. I know I'll feat.
Let's go smash that person. You know, that one focus might be all that you need.
Sometimes that is the game changer. Yeah. That's true. Looks like those Zealots running up.
Yeah, we'll see if he pops the mini feat on those guys.
Okay, I didn't see the Monolith Bearer.
Invincible. He has the Monolith Bearer.
I just wanted to make sure.
He has the Monolith Bearer. That's standard issue now.
He's bearing a Monolith.
There's one dude that's just carving those things left and right. All day, that's all he does.
Why do the people carrying this keep dying?
Well.
Hey, Jim, it's your turn to carry it. I'd rather not know.
No, they have to build a new one every time.
I know.
Every time. He's just carving them. He's sick of his work. He's lost it.
Well, there's no artistry.
There isn't.
Hey, Jim, we need another one of those Menifixes.
We need like 50 by the end of the day, sir.
Sure.
He's like, these take me 3 weeks. Yeah. Well, you better figure it out.
Or it's to the rack with you.
So you see a marking going on there for the mini feat for the Zealots, as well as it looks like their prayer, which was no spells.
It makes sense.
The Covenant of Menoth Advanced Force has no knockdown, no stationary. You see Rupert going forward, playing a little diddly on his bagpipes and giving tough to the errants.
What do you think that song sounds like?
Let's see. I'm going to say the Rocky soundtrack.
Oh,
Rocky
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Break it down.
I could also see Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, Eye of the Tiger. That would not be bad.
I would shrug off, a binomial beam to the face for Eye of the Tiger.
Sure. I think Dirge and Mist sounds like Yakety Sax.
Yakety Sax.
Yeah, a little Pathfinder, a little extra depth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would make you light on your toes.
That's right.
Not efficient in your run.
Back to the game.
All right, we see an explosion happening from the Redeemer. Takes a shot. And we're going to see some splash damage here. Looks like
good soul on the Enigma Foundry.
Take a couple of those.
2 dead.
Obstructors.
It looks like an angel.
And an obstructor. So see another miss from another rocket shot. It's going to deviate.
Those Redeemer rockets, man.
They're
against bunched up infantry like this.
They're solid.
It's monstrous.
Now, of course, Jason probably not real concerned about these casualties, given those Enigma Foundries and their positioning.
Oh, of course. Well, the thing you want to do, though, is you really just got to get a lot of kills every turn.
You got to get
only
at least
bring back
4.
so much, right?
You got to get at least 4.
Well, with that many Enigma Foundries, you got to get at least.
Well, it's 4 per Enigma Foundry.
4 per Enigma.
And they're spread out, so
they're spread out enough.
It's not like that other Enigma Foundry is gonna be able to come over and start adding to units if he starts bringing them down quick. See Fiora activating, advancing forward.
I love Fiora 1.
Probably not going to pop her feet.
That's the
Here
caster
comes a
got me
wall of
into the
fire.
game.
So not only are my zealots real angry and invincible, you can run through a wall to get to them. You know, if you want to.
Caster that got me into the game.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Truth and consequence.
Truth and consequence.
To the face.
Well, I walked past the table, heard some guy say, I popped my feet, everything's on fire. And I said, you know what? That is the coolest sounding thing I've ever heard in a game.
That's all
I have to play that.
Okay.
To this day, she's one of my favorite characters.
All right, so we're up to Jason Watts.
Allocating 1 to his conservator. Start out the turn.
Watts, turn 2.
And in the tank.
Looks like he knows what he's doing. Watts pretty efficient here.
Seems like he's talking it out a little bit. And running. Those angels are just getting right in those
get
Aaron's
right
faces.
in there. Might as well.
You know what?
F14.
It's a strong use of those angels.
At 3 points with their high defense.
Yep, and really all he needs to do is just slow him down, lock him down a little bit.
He's not in danger of losing the attrition game at this point.
Bring in the wave of steel.
So we got more consideration here from Jason Watt. Got his tape measure out, thinking about, see the inductors running, hoping to get some sweet sprays off next turn.
And you see how he keeps his tape measure out like that? It's just like, what a time saver. When you're on a clock and you've got 1 billion models. Those couple seconds, they count.
Yeah, the whole sheathing of the tape measure. I know I've lost many a game because I fumbled with my tape measure.
All right, you know what, Will? I lose games for a lot of reasons, and that might be one of them.
I think that is untrue. Like, that might be the excuse you give. Well, my tape measure got stuck, so the time ran out. Took me 45 minutes.
I got 38 models killed because of that tape measure.
All right, we see some charging happening now. Oh, just advancing. I mean, you can't hurt them, so. And trying to avoid that wall of fire. Quick measure of his control or of his melee range. Make sure that he doesn't take a free strike from that zealot. Obviously, Jason, as the first player, cannot damage Mike's objective just yet. See a quick measurement on command range, making sure she's in,
and knocking over his angel.
Whap!
Hopefully,
that'll teach her.
Looks like they're pinned.
Hit her in the back of the head. Jason's army is not only immaculately painted. I'm positive that he took all the time in the world to make sure that it would stay together on his travels.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a consistent con goer.
Sure, that's very important. Reductors are running.
Yep, getting right in there.
Getting right in there.
Those are...
They're reductors.
Does he have 2 units of reductors
He's
in this
got
list?
2 full units of reductors from his ADR.
From his ADR, there we go. All right, it's the second unit getting up there, getting ready to do some sweet sprayage as well.
Yeah, the biggest problem with commentating all these games is it just makes me want to play all these lists. It looks really fun.
I don't want to paint that list, to be honest.
You know, my conversion paints up real fast. I just don't want to get that many models. Like that would be the problem. It would be so daunting to look at 50 infantry.
Oh, I love playing swarm armies. I mean, I've got a Crix Gorshade 1 list that has like 50 Bane Thralls in it. I mean, it's not that bad. Especially when they're one unit. You remember their rules real well.
You're a bad person.
Yeah, I am. War Machine isn't about making friends, Plummer.
Yeah, it is. War Machine is about making friends on the field of battle.
Yeah. Club each other like baby seals and then have a beer afterwards.
You know, we should consider a name change to Friend Machine.
Friend Machine?
Enigma Foundry coming up the back.
Just scuttling forward on those little mechano legs. Is that the noise it makes?
Yeah, it is.
See those obstructors advancing forward? They are running technically, although I don't think any of them are going to
They run about as fast as I do.
Apparently, they get winded quickly. Short bursts of speed.
Oh, short bursts of incredible speed.
Terrifying short bursts of speed.
Followed by lots of wheezing.
Somebody needs to wind those guys up more.
Wouldn't it be awful
Get
if that's
the
how they
giant
worked?
key out. Who says that's not?
It's like those 3 guys from the Object Directive, and they have to
Their
crank up
their
the whole
job.
army
They have
before
to
the fight.
Wind everything up.
Axe is just getting angry,
Their forearms.
furious, and screaming. Turn them faster. You could help you to turn them faster.
Their forearms are massive. They're like Popeye.
Yeah.
They all look like Popeye.
They all have cancer.
Giant forearm tumors. All right. You see the other unit of obstructors running as well. Enigma Foundry moving into position to be able to gather those sweet, sweet souls.
Are souls sweet?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Convergence souls are. These souls are sweet.
Aww.
Sweet like candy.
Not all candy is sweet, you know.
This candy is. And here comes the 1 Jack they decided to bring with them. Little conservator running into the forest, not worrying about it thanks to its hover rule.
Yeah. Some shield guard and. I mean, there's a really good chance that his Hand of Vengeance is going to go off pretty much every turn.
Yep. That Jack's always going to be angry.
Making it an effective Mat 9, POW 17.
Last Enigma Foundry advances forward. Optifex directive, just kind of shimmies along. So a quick check on control area. Trying to decide where to put Axis. Axis decides he wants to go just a little bit forward. Make sure he's out of the kill box here. Not quite ready to fully commit. So at this point, your Mike, do you feat?
I don't
Avatar
know. I don't know
nails
if it's
4
close
focus
enough.
again.
She's got, what, 12-inch control area?
Yep.
If she can get up there, maybe.
Now remember, she's got Engine of Destruction, so she's speed 8 if she wants to be. If she really wants to be.
Yeah, that costs what, 4?
2.
Oh, it's only 2?
Yeah, it's
Dude,
2.
that's a really good spell.
It is pretty solid.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, unlike Blood of Kings, it doesn't add to her armor, so she is sacrificing something to
I mean,
cast
there's that. I don't know. That feat could do a lot of work, though, and that would definitely, overflow those Enigma Foundries. Just souls spilling all over the place.
Yeah, too many souls. So you see the choir activating, advance forward. I expect that they're going to do the battle hymn. Give them the battle.
Yeah.
Give them the battle. Make them hit hard.
Did you see how many focus that Avatar got?
4.
Wow.
Yeah.
A record.
Once again, it's not going to matter. It is not in a place to do enough work. He did actually upkeep that wall of fire, which I'm a little surprised about, actually.
Yeah, I am too. He must have a plan. So, reckoner shots.
So see a miss or a hit and a shield guard by the Conservator. And that will not splash anything with the blast damage.
Boosting hit the Enigma Foundry.
Yep. Trying to get rid of that threat.
Boosting the damage. Oh.
That's a solid shot. And that will...
That was
Looks like that will take out the Enigma Foundry here.
Yep.
So that's 1 Enigma Foundry down with a lucky rocket shot to its face.
Well,
Or maybe it was a
just
shot through the heart. And that
And he's
Redeemer's
to
to
blame.
blame.
Yeah.
Because it gives love a bad name.
It's true. It's true.
Mike now considering where he wants to go next. You got to love when an inaccurate rocket just kablow! Gears
it wasn't
and
that
oil
inaccurate.
everywhere. It
Shot
was
him
not.
right in the face, right in
Through
his
the heart.
sad face.
Through the heart. Shot him through the heart. That's why he's sad.
Shot through the heart?
Yeah, because he gets shot through the heart, man. Whenever I see the Enigma Foundry, you know what I think?
It looks like Plummer?
No, not at all. You see the artwork where he's clutching that soul?
Oh, yeah.
I can't help but not think I just died in your arms tonight.
Wow.
Must have been something you said.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. I know how this one's going for the next hour.
Oh, we're on a journey. You and me, we're going on this journey together. Yeah.
Well, I'm in no rush.
Yeah. You don't want to be Tom Sawyer?
No, I like being Michael Plummer.
Okay. So Mike clearing off the tokens from last turn.
And moving right along.
Moving right along.
In search of good times and good news.
I don't know the words beyond
Good
moving
friends
right
we
along.
Can't lose.
Yeah.
This could become a habit.
Moving right along.
Dope, 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 dope. I know that whole song.
I have no doubt that you do.
This is the second time we've talked about it.
Trying to figure out how to clear out these angels that are kind of gumming up the works here. Probably going to throw some bombs over that firewall.
Yeah, I mean, throwing bombs seems like the best option here.
Throw the bomb. Here it comes. Swing. Unfortunately, there is no pool. There's a ball pit.
Oh, that's a pool.
Where's a pool? Oh, there's a pool.
It's a kiddie pool.
That pool is tiny. Tiny. The pool for this match is right here.
So it looks like we got a hit on a reductor.
And here is
Some
our
damage
fun
rolls.
ball pit.
I think that's 2 dead. 2 reductors taken out. Oh, no, an angel and a reductor.
And this is where Jimmy and the Fun Time Band play. Those terrifying animatronic monsters.
You had a rough childhood.
Look, those things are horrible. Like, that's basically why I will never be able to play Convergence, because every time I see them, I just think of those monstrous Chuck E. Cheese contraptions.
Like, if you took a pair of scissors and just cut the fur off them and peeled it back.
Yeah, peeled it back, and you just see, like, the inner workings of nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Timmy. We want to eat your soul. Horrifying. So we see a bunch of bombs. Several are missing and deviating.
Mike Puryear is obviously a graduate from the Michael Plummer School of Roll Better. I've seen a lot of 5s and 6s today. See? Look at this.
Splash dams. Yeah. He lost his zealot too, but they're expendable.
Yeah, they're very expendable.
So we see another deviation from a thrown bomb from a zealot. And that will drift to nowhere. So that will wrap up the zealot's turn, doing some work. The early removal of that Enigma Foundry was a pretty big deal.
Sure was.
Since none of those guys will be coming back
Looks
now
like
on that
the
side.
Piper putting Tough back on those errands.
Yep, that's all he's gonna. He's just gonna play that ditty
Yeah.
nonstop. The Tiber's got to get tired of that. He's like, I have other songs, man. I'm an artist. See where he's want to go next. I'm still a little curious about what Mike has in store for that wall of fire, because it's kind of. It's cutting off the Avatar's good charge right now based on how he positioned his errands.
Good charge to what?
Well,
What's he going to charge? A reductor?
Yeah. He can murder a couple of reductors.
He's going to murder that reductor.
Yeah, murder a couple of reductors. I mean, really, he's got no war jacks to be concerned about. He's got Axis's feet, which will definitely make those obstructors terrifying for a turn. He might be trying to blunt that a little bit. I still think we may see Fiora's feet coming right here.
It's possible.
Let's see a measurement of control area. Yeah. Feet happens. Fiora's feet is one of those ones where you need to get in there early and
use it.
You want to burn it because
it's like Kane 1.
Minus caustic, minus caustic presence on her, the fact that the fire might go out is you need to maximize the math.
Yep, as many as you can get.
So, you kind of got to go in expecting 30% of whatever you catch on fire is not going to be on fire. Now, the real question is what does he do with the Hand of Judgment?
Oh, that's a lot of fire.
And we just been informed that Brian White has won his rematch against Brett Fogel.
Real fast.
So he was out for a little bit of blood, apparently, even though that was a great and sportsmanlike game yesterday. Brian was ready to even the score.
Well, I'm sure they had another great sportsmanlike game. It looks like he did bring enough tokens. Look at this madness. Oh, I mean, he's using knockdown tokens
just throwing
too. But
tokens over.
Here you go. Take some of these and some of these. I mean, worst comes worst, open a bag of Cheetos, one of those. That guy, that guy. And these two, some more tokens. Just throw those down. I get that guy too. Yeah, I got that guy.
I was just informed on Twitch I should look up Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm going to say no thanks. I've played it, and I never want to play it again.
I don't even know what that is.
You play a security guard at like a Chuck E. Cheese, and the animatronic animals are like want to murder you because they come to life at night. And so the whole game is you looking at security monitors and trying to make sure that you catch them before they sneak up on you and like gut you.
That sounds amazing. I want to play that right now.
One of the most terrifying things I've ever done. Hand of Judgment moves forward. It's going to burn some stuff. Burn it! So any of those fire, well, that one won't be as consequential anymore. I was going to say he's got a couple of those front ones who would take POW 14s. Although overall, that Convergence light infantry is going to die to POW 12s regardless.
Should be fine.
Yeah. Unless he starts rolling a lot of snake eyes.
Sure.
So Errants are going to go next. We're going to move forward and get in this fight. See one going in to go stab an angel.
That one's coming around, probably going to shoot.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see a combination of crossbow shots and sword stabs here. So, see a stab. It's going to miss. Another one. That'll connect and murderize an angel. See a quick work now from the UA.
Into the Protector, no damage.
See an aim and a shot. Nothing. See another one. Give me a stab. It's going to connect. And
Kills
now quick work. So we see Jordan Knock, we just got informed, just won his game as well, so he'll be moving forward into the semifinals.
These are some pretty fast games. I'm impressed.
They are burning through them. See another attack, kill on an angel. Quick work. Looks like it missed. That one will be just out.
Another miss.
So overall, one angel still standing. Not a bad place to be, although she is on fire.
Which is horrifying.
Tristan's going to run up to get closer to his jack. Get it within his control range so he can fuel it back up next turn.
I mean, I guess if something's going to be on fire, a clockwork body that can't feel.
Oh, they feel. They feel everything. And there goes fire there. So this is going to take up a decent amount of Jason's clock as he checks, but you see him moving right through. That fire sticking around on everything. Another one dies. Eventually something's going to fail.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. And another one down, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust.
Oh, man, I should have sung Firestarter for that feat.
Oh, what were you thinking?
How did I miss that?
I know. Disappointed in you,
Little
Plummer.
prodigy. Well, that's kind of a constant state.
Wow. This fire is doing its job.
Oh, there's
one.
There's another.
So
once, twice, not quite 3 times a lady.
3 times a lady. So this is definitely what you want to see when you're playing Fiora, an opponent who wants to roll high.
My goodness gracious.
Yep. So we're bucking the trend a little bit because we are well over 30% now.
There's another one out.
More. And there's
another one.
All
Okay,
right,
so
we're
starting to get back.
We're swinging back. Pendulum's swinging back. I think there's one more to go, and that will be a dead obstructor. No, one more to go. That'll go out. So let's see.
Not bad.
Overall, he lost. He lost a lot. Let's see, 6, 8, 10, 13 on that.
Well, you didn't lose all that to the feet.
You sure? Oh, maybe not.
Maybe you did. I don't know. It was a lot, right?
It was a decent amount.
I mean, like, you can see the table again.
there's a lot more table showing. One obstructor alone managed to survive the fire roll on snakes. So now Jason has the hard job of kind of determining what he wants to do.
Yep.
Thing is, though, again, between the 2 Enigma foundries that are left on the table, he's putting 6 of those back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, you're still getting a net gain out of that feat, so,
he'll get,
good job. But
Mike got a solid net gain out of that feat. But, again, it just goes back to that recursion mechanic, especially in this style of list. You have to do twice as much damage as you actually want to stick.
See Jason's classic, straightforward, like perpendicular hand to the table as he looks for his charge lanes. He always does that.
Yep.
I love those ticks. I say it every game, but it's.
And here comes a bunch of dudes back from the dead, or I don't know. Did they really die?
I don't even know what happens, right?
Oh, he rebuilds them. He scavenges the corpses
Yeah.
like some macabre like puppeteer, and he rebuilds them. So like they look nice in the models because you're just reusing the models, but you know these things they're horrifying, right?
Yeah.
They're
arms like half hanging off,
they're
but just good enough to
abominations.
swing still.
They're abominations. All right, so Reductor's coming back. Going to get some sweet sprays on those errants. See what they can do here. So Mike's feat is done and done. Round
Jason
2,
still
not
has his.
And
Jason's sitting in the tank right now, deciding where exactly he wants to go.
He's mostly considering what he wants to put back on the table at this point.
Sure. He doesn't spend a lot of time in the tank, right? He just takes a quick dip, gets what he needs.
Puts a toe in.
Sees
how the water feels. Water feels fine. One of the things you really have to consider, though, with the placement of your models is that they get to activate after they're on the table. So making sure that they're in the right position can be immense. Not only are you bringing things back that have died, which is a huge benefit, you're also putting them back where you want them. So now we see why that firewall stayed up, because it's definitely
protecting Fiora.
It's in the way of Fiora, right? She's like, come at me, bro. You fireproof? I don't think so.
I would love to see that be like, I would love to see Axis versus Fiora 1.
Yeah?
Like in the cage.
Just in the cage?
In the cage!
Hammer time. Cage match? Maybe that's what the center is. It's the cage.
Blaze of glory.
The blaze of glory.
As she charges, Chariots of Fire just starts
I
playing.
was waiting for. I knew you were going there. Knew you were going to the Chariots of Fire.
It's a classic. I mean, what's it going to be? Flight of the Bumblebee? That would also be pretty cool. Reductor's advance.
Yep. Going to get some solid sprays here on the now invincible Zealots.
Maybe we should play Flight of the Bumblebees while they shoot, because I always imagine they just shoot at bees.
They do. They're bee guns. Now, to make it more terrifying, though, they're
Mechano-bees.
They're clockwork bees. So yeah, they're mechanical bees, but they are shooting straight bees. That is a gun full of bees. Here comes another spray from the bees. Does hit and does some damage. Nope, no damage at all. See more sprays. That's a miss. So got the Zealots, though. More sprays happening. Looks like it will catch Fiora, maybe. Not that I expect that Reductor to be able to hit Def 15 with its spray, but maybe.
Hits the Monolith Bear.
So again, we talked about that Hand of Judgment that Mike's got fully painted. The fact is, he got that at Warmachine Weekend on Friday, and was playing with it as of last night, fully painted, and it looks gorgeous.
It does look gorgeous. It's a cool looking model.
Yeah. Some sprays hitting the Monolith Bearer, gonna make those guys angry. Does 2 wounds.
Yeah, my Protectorate was my first army, and it ended up, it's actually in the hands of Danny Modesto now. That's the Protectorate army that he plays. It's my old Protectorate army.
Solid name, Danny Modesto.
I know, right? He's got a cool name. But,
does he wear a Duster? Does he ride a
No.
motorcycle? Is he on a one-man hunt for justice? Danny Modesto. Because if he's not, he should get on that.
I'll send him a message.
Yeah,
he lives in Portland. I'll drive down and let him know.
Yeah. You should tell people he's from, the West, though, not Portland. 'Cause no one's going to take that seriously.
From the West.
I'm on a hunt from justice. I hail from Portland, land of bacon donuts. See a charge happening now from the Obstructors. So 1 charge, 1 run. That's going to be a run as well.
Another run.
He's trying to get around that firewall. Just as a reminder, this is the quarterfinals matchup for the Warmachine Weekend Invitational.
Warmachine Weekend, a great show. Carl Morgan does a great job putting this up. And as you can see, when the camera pans back up, tons of people watching the game. Great community. Lots of just awesome people. I love coming to this show every year.
Yep. See several of the games that have wrapped up there. Brian White versus Brett Fogel, rematch from yesterday's Iron Gauntlet.
I mean, it looks like it's just Jason and Mike and Bryn and Tom still playing.
Yep. A little discussion here.
So Axe is using his feet.
Yep. It's the right time to do it. And this is going to definitely make a huge impact. Axis's feet has that nice stroke, counter-stroke balance to it.
Yep.
The metronomic enforcer that he is. An enforcer like Danny Modesto, whose family was killed in a wild gang fight.
Danny Modesto's family is doing fine.
Not this Danny Modesto. He needs a tragic backstory that motivates him to ride across the country seeking justice for those who can't have it.
You need to calm down.
Dude, come on. This show writes itself. He's probably a karate master. Karate. He knows the secret art of Dragon Punch Fu.
Dragon Punch Fu?
Yeah.
Now I am interested.
See?
All right, we got reductor shots going out. Got 2 to hit, or, two to hit rolls.
Like every episode
Tough
is just him like riding into some like podunk town with the sun to his back. It doesn't matter which direction he's going. The sun is always to his back. Yeah, and he always drives towards the sun, which means he gets about 5 miles before it's dark and he has to find a Motel 6.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing it's only like 22-minute episodes, right?
Yeah.
Can't be an hour-long show.
Well, time passes differently in those episodes. There's
I
time.
guess. Unless it was real time, like 24.
He always winds up, at some saloon, and then he gets into a scuffle with like some roughneck like lumberjack or something who wants to start trouble. And then it turns out that he learns from the serving wench, the barmaid. I don't know, what are they? The waitress.
That's what they're called.
The waitress now, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
That the mayor of the town is corrupt, and he's been putting his thumb down, his iron fist down on the working man. So Danny Modesto's got to step in and deal out some justice.
Danny, if you're watching this, I apologize.
Don't apologize. He should put this on business cards. Danny Modesto.
Do you really think that Danny Modesto, wandering through the desert seeking justice for all, would have a business card?
Oh, yeah, he would. He would hand it out to people. It would be Danny Modesto.
What happens when he runs out of business cards?
I
don't have a card, but I can write down my number on a piece of paper for you.
He doesn't have a P.O. box, so he's kind of in trouble, right? He's like, I can't order new cards.
I got these from Vistaprint.
One of the episodes is just him sitting at Staples, right? Just like, can you bring me some business cards? How long will that take?
All right, it looks like charging the objective here.
Yep.
With some obstructors.
Going to grab that control point early. Now that he has, again, you can't damage those things before the second player's second turn, so this is the first opportunity Jason has. With the feet up and a charge on those obstructors, that objective is gone.
Hopefully.
It's gone.
I don't know. I don't want you to pull a Hungerford here.
Oh, that's true. I don't want to be a Hungerford. If it's not gone, then I'll call Danny Modesto. He'll give me some justice. He'll just come in and he'll Dragon Punch Fu that thing. He'll just go, wah! The table of shatter models will go everywhere.
Engaging the hand of judgment.
Oh, my God, that should be one of his moves. The hand of judgment. That's his finishing move, right?
Yeah.
Every time.
All right. I dig that.
Every episode ends with a slow-mo hand of judgment.
Oh, kind of like Voltron's sword?
I was thinking more like Walker, Texas Ranger, and his slow-mo roundhouse kick. That's how you knew the episode was over. It was like, did he slow-mo roundhouse kick a dude in the face? Show's over, man.
Time to go to bed.
I didn't realize that every crime boss's weakness was a slow-mo roundhouse kick. They should teach that to law enforcement. Danny Modesto's hand of judgment.
Optifex directive running to get in the zone.
Yep. Clear that out. And that looks like that will score Jason Watt 1 CP for the objective and 1 for controlling the zone.
It's a weird day on live stream when I'm the one talking about the game.
It's Sunday, man.
That's true.
I've had a good week. been a good week.
So some instructors running again. Anybody out there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'll be at Board Game Geek Con with Privateer Press. We'll be vending, and myself and Oz Schoonover will be there giving some demos and just basically doing the convention thing. So if you're in the area or you're planning to go to Board Game Geek Con, swing by, say hi. Love to meet you if I haven't, or if you're an old friend, come say hi as well.
See just some final movement here. That conservator that tried to come to the party to do something is basically just hanging out the back, being like, guys, wait for me.
He's taking a very conservative approach.
Oh, there it is.
And I'm back.
And then Plummer has woken up. So see an upkeep on Fortify.
Three folks on the Dreamer.
And Avatar getting it done. He's angry. So
he's not as angry as he could be, but he's like 3 points angry.
He's angry enough. So Fiora's all locked up right now. Mike's gotta get in the zone, the auto zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in the zone.
Why else would the Convergence want that zone so badly? It's got spare parts.
They're not building cars.
They're building clockwork people.
You're going to build a clockwork person with parts from AutoZone.
Yeah. AutoZone has it all, man. In fact, I'm going to go home. I'm going to create a clockwork person.
I thought it was Petco that had it all.
No, that's for pets. Just
that's
living
for
things.
Creatures great and small.
These are not creatures. These are abominations. They're insults to God himself.
You know, I'm going to invite you to lunch one day.
Which is true.
And I'm just going to take you to Chuck E. Cheese, and I'm going to rip the fur off one of those things.
One, I kind of would go, even though that terrifies me. Just to see you do that, and to just see you destroy every child's childhood, like mine was. Like, what is he doing to bear care? Why does that man have a knife? Will Starry the stork be okay, Mommy?
Wow.
And then you'd be like, this skin goes on my wall. I eat what I kill.
I would wear it like a suit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Be like some great hunter. You just like walk around with this really ratty bear skin.
Old Chucky mouse suit, yeah.
Chucky mouse suit. I slayed the mouse. I have passed my test. All right, so the errands are now going.
I want that to be someone's test.
Yeah?
Yeah. Son, you're going to be a man now.
You got to go.
After you go gut this mechanical mouse.
You got to go murder Chuck E. Cheese. Tina Modesto ain't going to stand for that, man.
That's where a kid can be a kid and you're no longer a child.
It's symbolic, okay? You murder the last vestiges of your childhood in cold steel blood.
You've officially broken me, Will.
And a viscera of oil. And a spray of gears and springs. So we see some attacks here being made by the errands. Going to see a quick work now after stabbing an obstructor in the face. And shot into the Optifex directive, but he misses.
You know the nice thing about the Convergence is that like the names of the models tell you what they're supposed to do. Oh, these are obstructors. They should get in the way.
Yeah.
These reductors. Oh, they should kill stuff.
They're very named properly. They should reduce things. A lucky shot from Aaron actually into combat managed to reduce to hit an obstructor. So we see another quick work shock into the directive. Mike trying to remove the models in the zone as well as some easy targets.
Plus, taking out an Optifex directive, never a bad idea.
No, not at all. See another kill here. See a quick work into a reductor. Hits. Those errands are on fire. Stab hits. Murders. See a quick work again. It's burning through those guys, and that'll do. And that reductor unit is almost down to...
That is...
There's one model that's hiding behind that forest that's going to be a problem. And then we got no melee there, so it's just going to be a bunch of crossbow shots in that last reductor.
Shoot him in his mechanical face.
That'll miss, and the last shot at him will miss as well.
And
Jason Watt lets out a whoop of excitement. So you see a quick replacement there with the leader right there.
I don't think I've
up
ever
front.
seen him so happy about anything.
That was a holler, man.
I watched that man win Iron Gauntlet and Masters at Gen Con, and I did not hear a whoop like that.
He didn't whoop, but he definitely danced. Lord Tyrant Watt of the dance.
Oh, wow. Wow.
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talk about, Willis?
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
So we see Mike kind of declaring his intent with the Zealots here, trying to get them in position so they're able to see their targets, throw some bombs.
You know, these guys are really good players. It really makes me wonder, how many games do you think Mike plays per year?
Oh, lots.
Did you get that one, though?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can explain it if you didn't.
Please do. Please explain it.
So
explain it to me.
So his last name is Puryear.
Yeah,
And
Puryear.
I asked, I asked how many games he plays per year. You sure you get it?
Now, can you do it one more time for
Yeah.
me? I'm confused. I still don't get it.
I'll explain it slower.
Yeah. See the for those zealot bombs making quick work of the Romanian obstructions that were tying up Hand of Judgment and the Avatar. Of course, those souls went too far away to actually wind up really fueling the Enigma Foundries too much. Discussion happening right now about Axis spells. The important thing to remember is that everything under the effective Axis' feat right now is at -2 speed and strength. So Mike is unable to charge with anything.
And so anyone who doesn't know Axis, let me just give a quick rundown of his spell list. He does have Battering Ram. He has Iron Aggression. Onslaught, Razor Wall. So he has a wall of his own and Unstoppable Force.
Yeah.
Zealot throwing a bomb, missing some deviation happening.
Continuing on with the explosions.
Killed his own Zealots. So very effective there.
That's what they're there for.
I think that was actually his plan, so it was effective.
To kill his own Zealot?
Yeah. I mean, he threw a bomb at him.
Sure. But, I mean, I feel like that was maybe to kill some other stuff, too.
Why wouldn't you just throw a bomb at something else?
AoE-age? I don't know.
Maybe.
Choir's going to activate now. Expect that we'll probably see the Hymn of Battle sung one more time.
I think that Avatar's going to go wreck that Conservator.
Well, given that that's all it can reach, in its impotent rage, it probably will.
I mean, I feel like it's a good target, right?
I mean, it's a target. So we see Hand of Judgment doing some sprayage. Obviously, Axis' speed reduction on his feet is kind of crippling Mike here because...
Oh, that's right. The Avatar won't be able to charge.
Avatar cannot charge. Avatar can move a fatty 3 inches.
I forgot about the feet.
So Hand of Judgment obviously decided to just aim.
Maybe I'll just aim.
Started spraying. The Avatar's going to aim? And then hurl insults? Is he going to use harsh language?
Yes.
I'm aiming to use my harsh language better. Hand of Judgment getting work done, though.
Look at that.
Because that was
Murderating.
Yeah. Well, once you start aiming, man. Jason checking to see if he's within soul range. Those Enigma Foundries now fueled up for next turn. Going to drop 3 more bodies back. Problem is that Mike has yet to get anything in the zone. So Piper activates, plays his little same song.
Do you think he has to start the song over every time?
Yes, every time.
Oh, that's irritating.
It's basically like if you went into like a restaurant that has a jukebox, and you put $20 worth of songs in there, and you just did What's New Pussycat for 20 songs worth, and it was just What's New. Have you ever listened to that song?
Yes.
That song is sinister because there's that part where it like feels like it's going to end,
and then it never
starts over again.
Yeah.
And so if you just back to back What's New Pussycat. Now, that's a social experiment that needs to happen.
We should just, Oh, we need to just dump that through the elevators at Lock and Load for the whole weekend.
No, you have to trap people there. Like,
Oh, no, we can trap them in the elevator.
They have to be eating their food and just be like, okay, now it's somebody put haha.
Yeah.
And then by the fourth time, I think you just have you'd have pandemonium.
You know what? I'm gonna do this to myself. I'm gonna get on the treadmill and I'm gonna put on "What's New Pussycat" and I'll be like, I'm gonna sprint for the length of this song, and that way I have that moment of hope. Like it's almost over. Oh God!
You will die. You will die. You will snap and you will murder everyone. So Avatar advancing forward, speed 3. So he's might be able to get 2. Nope.
He's gonna hit that obstructor.
He's 1 inch left. So he can barely get in the zone, which is super important at this point. But it looks like he's only going to be murderizing that obstructor. We'll hit, no problem. And that'll be totally destroyed. And then we're going to see him gaze. So that means that anything within 8 inches is going to have to advance toward the Avatar.
Yep.
Not really crippling for Jason for the most part.
I mean, that conservator probably wants to get in the Avatar's face.
Well, and because it's not directly toward it, it means that he'll be able to skirt that wall.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if it was directly toward. Just be like, come at me, and they just walk through the wall of fire. Like, I don't want to do this.
It'd be like the end of Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Walking through the wall and just metal bodies.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so it's Jason's turn. That conservator countercharges. Oh, never mind.
So conservator taking its righteous vengeance.
No, that was a countercharge.
Oh, it was a countercharge. So unstoppable force was up.
No.
No, it's righteous.
No,
vengeance,
it's
man.
just Axis's. No, it's Axis's field marshal.
Ah,
Countercharge.
gotcha. So 4 points to the 5, but the countercharge did shut down the shooting, which is great for Jason.
Yep. Definitely the goal there.
So now the Redeemer left to just smack him with his mace and getting some serious work done here. So 6 more points goes to the 6. And that will finish out the Redeemer's turn. And see Fiora now unleashing her flamethrowers from her weapon's truth and consequence.
Such a cool character. She just has flamethrowers.
She has flamethrowers.
She burns
yes.
stuff.
Yes, she burns things.
I love fire.
Sorry to worry about you. You don't have a lighter in your pocket, do you?
I have 3.
Of course. Second spray from Fiora now.
So those Enigma foundries are all full up.
They cannot take any more. There is no vacancy. There are no vacancy signs are on.
Do they have no vacancy signs?
They do.
That's real weird.
Yeah.
That thing comes on and you're in a clockwork vessel and you're like, oh God. That's serious.
I mean, it just means that you're just going to, you're going to hang out as a tube for a while until they pick you up. So the second flamethrower shot, not a great proliferations of targets. See a command check on the Optifex directive unit, and the Optifex directive, after seeing his friends roasted,
is terrified. He's like, maybe I should have got me one of them bodies.
I'm done. So now Hand of Judgment, after its ancillary attack that destroyed a whole bunch of stuff, is going to advance forward into the zone, spray again. So you see these templates just going to work here.
Yep.
Spray templates making it happen.
That's a hit.
Hit on the first.
So give me a reminder on Hand of Judgment. What's with all those dice?
So the affinity for Fiora with Hand of Judgment is that, well, he's in Fiora's control area, he gains boosted ranged attack rolls. So all of his ranged attack rolls are just auto-boosted.
That is amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty solid.
Now I want to play Fiora again.
So the book moves up. It's going to cast. So no knockdown, no stationary.
And passing turn.
And that'll be all right. So Jason's feat is now expired.
You think Axis can get to Fiora?
I'm
not good with distances.
What's his speed?
He's speed 5. No reach.
So let's see. So you'd have to clear out
So let's see.
these
the
models
zone,
here.
No,
Well, we
zone's-
see a measurement, so we're going to know here in about 2 seconds because he just measured, and it looked like he was out. But that would require him to run right through the firewall like you want.
Sure. You know what? I'll let Axis run through the wall of flame.
Right to there. So, you know, it looked like when he measured his control area, let's see if he does it again, it looked like he was just out because Axis is speed 5 without the feet.
Yeah.
Had he saved the feet, which obviously would have changed things quite a bit from his last turn. Although.
So Enigma Foundries.
Yep.
Spitting out some obstructors.
So I think he's just going to try to clear out that zone using the obstructors.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have a hard time cracking through those heavy jacks, though. Even with the obstructors and their FCMA,
well, the
right?
thing is, though, like, even if he's out for Fiora.
You declare. So, quick clarification on some of the player intent to make sure of positioning. So, Jason's asking for the wording on the Fortify spell. See if he can knock something down here. Looks like. Or maybe he's trying to throw the Redeemer into something. He's got a plan. He's got a plan for that Redeemer, which is fortified currently from Tristan. So Jason's going to start off with
The obstructors, maybe?
Looks like that's, well, he already started with the Enigma Foundry technically because they came back, put a bunch of obstructors back.
Sure.
Now you've got obstructors there. There is the potential that Axis can use his beatback ability to reach Fiora even if he was like half an inch out.
Yeah, like if he could get to
well, so
the
likely play there, depending on the wording of Fortify. Fortify. Let's check that really quick.
Maybe throw the Redeemer and charge into it.
So it can't be knocked down, pushed, or moved by a slam. So it can be thrown. You'd simply have to but he didn't give a focus to the conservator, so it doesn't matter. But you could potentially throw the Redeemer into a position where you could have Axis charge it, beat back him once, and get into Fiora. So we see a bunch of attacks against Hand of Judgment here happening. It's a decent amount of damage on that one, 6 to the 1. So doing what he can, but not doing enough here. See another measurement from...
I think he was measuring to that avatar, seeing if he can just knock him out of the zone. Get to Fiora.
I mean, it's really about if he's close enough to get to the avatar, he can beat back the avatar and get into Fiora potentially.
Fiora's sitting on 3, looks like.
Fiora's sitting on 3, yes. I believe that's correct.
So that makes her what, armor 19?
So yeah, so the goal here, if that measurement is what it was, is that Axis comes in here, he winds up here, he hits the avatar, which is stupid easy. He beat backs and he goes to there. And that'd get him to Fiora. And then he murderizes Fiora. Like that.
Yeah?
Boom! So Jason...
Confirming that he put enough focus points on his caster at the beginning of the turn.
Yep.
That would be embarrassing.
Well, it's a force. That's a force thing. So if he hadn't, they'd correct the game state.
No, of course, but it'd still be embarrassing to get up there and be like, "I've got 3 focus." What?
Just wanted to play with a handicap, man. That's all. So, see Jason now going into the tank. He went full in now.
It's a big turn.
That toe is gone. It is the big turn. I mean, this is Fiora's exposed and probably as exposed as she's ever going to be. So we see control area being checked for gaze because obviously he has to factor that in. He's going to have to move toward the avatar if he's within it, which could also change things. Because Axis, we see an Enigma Foundry activating. Advancing. And we see 3 obstructors coming back. Yeah, Mike's in solid position here with 3 very good armored warjacks in the zone. Conservator activates.
Attacking the Redeemer.
And he's angry from his friends dying.
He's mad as hell, and he's not going to take it anymore.
He's not as mad as Danny Modesto, though.
No.
Danny Modesto in his quest for justice. Just riding across the sun-baked desert of the American Southwest.
He's actually the hero of the next Mad Max movie.
Yeah. Danny Modesto.
21 boxes left on that Redeemer.
Whew. That's a lot of boxes left. Punch it harder, Conservator. Punch it harder.
I think we still might see an attempt here from Axis.
I mean, at this point, you're maybe.
Well, if he doesn't do it, Fiora will.
Well, Axis can advance back a little bit, but Jason is definitely on the back foot now in terms of the attrition game. So we see some attacks going on the errants here, trying to thin out their numbers.
Tough check,
passes
tough check
and
fails.
And self-sack to take care of the banner.
And in that game between Bryn and Tom Guan, it looks like Tom Guan has risen the victor. So this is the final game still being played right here. You're watching it live.
So checking on the no knockdown ability from the book to see if that Tuft model was knocked down.
Well, final game of the round.
So we see the Obstructors now charging the Redeemer, trying to take out that Jack. Though with Fortify, it is a hefty arm 19.
That's a thing.
Yes. We see one of the Obstructors going after an errant that doesn't have a good charge line. And that guy looks like he's just going to have to run because he's going to clip that obstruction. So see a run. And then a charge from that one. Looks like he'll get 3 inches. No bonus. Nope, just out. And then the last obstructor is kind of taking up the middle. Some attacks here. So on the errant. Hits. Murderizes the errant. And he'll self-stack. Hits. And POW 11 against 19. 3 points. And the non-charge just snakes, so.
I mean, if you're going to snakes on one of those attacks,
it's true.
That's the one.
Trip yourself up as you, he tried to run in, and his teleflail got a little too long, and it wrapped around his legs, and he's a stupid robot person. He just ate it.
You really hate robots.
I do. I am anti-robot. They're trying to replace us, Plummer.
Rise of the machines.
Danny Modesto is going to save us from the rise of the robots.
Danny Modesto can't save you from this.
He can't. There's no justice there. Robots don't understand the concept of justice. It's all ones and zeros.
Justice does not compute.
Exactly. Stupid robots. For all the robots listening out there, I have one thing to say to you. The next sentence I say is true. The previous sentence was false. Now that your stupid robot heads have exploded,
we
can
get back
move
to
on.
the game.
So another unit of reductors now advancing forward. Going to use clear to good effect. Trying to put some damage on, looks like Fiora, and put a meat shield in front of Axis. So we're clearly not going to see an attempt by Axis on there.
There's no meat there.
There's not. It's true. It's just cold, unfeeling robot skin.
You mean metal?
Yeah. But it's skin to them.
I'm going to start calling metal robot skin.
Robot skin. It's made of stainless steel, stainless robot skin. Yeah, but that's not in front of him.
So the only pieces of meat left on Watt's side are Axis and one terrified Optifex directive.
Yeah. He realized that the brochure he was sold about this great cult where he could live forever was a lie. Or he just watched his friends get murdered.
Yeah, or he was like, they offered me that body and I wasn't ready.
They were like, hey, guy.
Mistakes were made.
He's like, no, they don't offer that body. They tell you when you get the body. They're like, I'm sorry, Jimmy, your pyramid base isn't big enough. Because that's all the Convergence is. It's a pyramid scheme.
Sure. What?
They draw a pyramid in their meetings. They're like, once you build your base out, then you can afford the robot body enhancements, and eventually you get to, where Lucan is with his little spider legs.
Yeah.
You can afford to live a life of robot luxury.
So make sure you build your network.
Exactly. You got to build your network. That guy didn't.
That guy didn't want to tell his friends.
He was like, why would he? His 2 friends he brought with him just got roasted like chickens.
It's true.
They were like, put on this stupid fish tank helmet. Now go to battle.
Here, wear this nice flammable cloth.
What, do I get a weapon? You get this tuning
Here,
fork.
have a wrench.
And I didn't give him a wrench. They gave him a tuning fork. And they sent him in to die. See some check on the melee ranges here. So we have the clock paused at this point. So very careful melee checks going on here. So all of these attacks look like all these charges were going against Hand of Judgment. Jason trying to eliminate the threat that Warjack poses. Which is significant.
Significant and constantly imminent.
Mm-hmm. Now, for the moment, at least, while it's engaged, he shut down the Immolator cannon. But you still have to deal with its massive melee weapon. After the measurement here, all models have been determined to be in. And so they're replacing the models in the wall back. So we see Watt doing some quick math here, talking with Mike about so he's 2 2-man CMAs. That one will hit no problem. 13 off of 19 to 6. That's a huge roll there. So 10 points to the 5. Needs to pull that one again.
And there it is.
That's another massive roll. So that will wreck Hand of Judgment.
You know, I've said it before. I'll say it again.
He beat him like a government mule. I just did that to make Hungerford angry because that's supposed to be our special moment.
Oh, okay,
and
great.
now it's not.
I love that. My, I said it before. I'll say it again. If you want to win War Machine,
roll good.
Just roll better.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that Watt isn't an excellent player. Just even the best players sometimes need a little oomph in their dice.
Hey, if you can spike the dice at the right time, it definitely helps. You can plan around dice as much as you want, but
yeah,
when you start rolling all ones, what are you going to do? So Axis is going to back up just a little bit to be just inside the kill box. And he'll be sitting on a fatty arm, and that will end the turn for Jason. So Fiora's going to allocate no focus.
Yep, Axis didn't spend
she
any
has
focus that
nothing
turn,
to allocate to. Avatar gets 3 again, so Menoth is
bye-bye,
clearly
Conservator.
He's paying attention to this fight. And the score right now is 2-0 because Watt was unable to clear out the Redeemer or, of course, the Avatar.
Got that Hand of Judgment, though. That's
hitting that Hand of Judgment with those 2-man CMAs was massive.
Yep.
So Wall of Fire is going to be upkept. It's in a great position to just kind of prevent things from getting to Fiora, but that flank is starting to get pretty ugly. That said, that clump of obstructors right there is just gravy for Fiora's flamethrowers. She's just like, I like this.
You know, I'm real hungry. Did you have to say gravy?
I did. I really did.
What do you think happens if you pour gravy onto a clockwork body?
It probably gets real gummy.
Maybe get some
So
robot
we're see
skin
some
tacos
sprays
later.
here. So here it comes. We're just going to start the turn with this. Fiora's like, you wrecked my jack?
I'll wreck you.
I'm going to burn you. I'm going to set you on fire, cold, unfeeling robot people. And just a whole bunch of hits here. Yep. Just so many things going to get burned to death. Oh, wow. So you missed just about nothing.
Yeah, just about.
And no need to roll damage on any of these for the most part because they're not shield walled. And Jason's just going to pick up a handful of dudes.
Oh. And here comes another one.
Yep, second spray because Fiora always packs them in pairs. And she is aiming, which means that this is just, it's just gross. It's just gross. She's sitting on 6 focus right now as well, so her arm is solid at 23.
So it kills 1 obstructor. With that second spray.
Mike is just going to grind this out, and Jason's army looks real thin all of a sudden.
Yeah. That's a lot of models to take out, but he's done an excellent job, and the feet help.
Well, he's killed all those models at least 3 times by now.
Sure.
So
that just makes it all the more impressive.
Yeah. Them sprays. So we see an advance. The Aaron's just advancing so they can make maximum use of their attacks. And the knockdown guy standing up, sacking his action to be able to just advance. The officer advancing to keep everyone in his command range. See some attacks here. We see a hit, and that'll kill. And quick work on the Foundry. Shot hits, does no damage. Getting rid of that Foundry is going to be critical at this point.
Yes.
And we see another shot. And that'll miss. It'll miss as well. And that'll miss. Dice starting to go cold here. So miss on that one as well. And that will hit and destroy. And snakes will miss, obviously.
The boxcars will hit.
And hits the Foundry. And no damage. So that Foundry's still sitting pretty. Choir's going to go, advance up, do some battle hemming.
It's amazing to me how fast these guys can play and roll their dice and still be accurate.
They've got it figured out, right? So there goes the battle on both the Avatar and the Redeemer. Avatar going to try to clear out that Conservator. So 4 dice, even though it's only plus 1. Bad damage roll there. 4 points to 4. Shield on the Obstructor. Hits the Obstructor and murderizes him. See a quick... So bot attack on the Conservator with the sword.
8 more points.
8 more.
To
6. That's going to fill a lot. So 1 arm down, which means that last attack will murderize the Constructor.
He gazes.
Avatar's like, come at me. How you like me now? Just in case you were wondering, the Conservator was taken out with a slow-motion roundhouse kick.
Yeah, of course.
From the Avatar. Walker, Texas Ranger style. Wha-cha! See 2 more damage. The Enigma Foundry is going to be alive after suffering a bunch of rockets to its face. And Mike lets out a groan.
Shoots the Enigma Foundry and there's another woo from Jason Watt.
So Mike trying to figure out what he's going to do with that Enigma Foundry that just refuses to die. Piper advances, plays a song.
Plays that same song again.
What's new, Pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, I'm full of whoa after listening to that.
Yeah. Ah. I think that's going to be my new strategy for Warmachine. I'm just going to sing What's New Pussycat like just almost under my breath the whole time that I take my turn. And when my opponent takes his turn, I'm just going to keep singing it. Eventually, I'll drive them insane.
It won't take long.
Not with that song now. So we see some Choir throwing bombs here. Manages to kill both Obstructors with the deviation. Jason checking for soul capture range. So he's only going to collect 1. See a throw on the Foundry. It will hit. It does no damage, it looks like. Jason now just clearing off models since an entire unit's gone, so they're not coming back.
Nope.
And you kind of see what Jason's doing with his lines there. He's tracking his units to make sure that he knows which ones can come back, which ones can't.
Is there anybody left in that one?
They're all wrecked. We can rebuild them stronger, faster. No knockdown, no stationary from the book. And that'll be Mike's turn.
I kind of imagine...
Still stuck at 2-0?
I imagine Convergence just playing Daft Punk all the time.
Daft Punk?
Yeah.
Whoa. I dislike them even more now.
Oh, man, that makes me want to play them.
No Daft Punk. No Daft Punk. You should paint them like Daft Punk, though.
Yeah, with LEDs.
Yes. No, you can't paint with LEDs. That's impossible.
I can do what I want.
All right,
you don't tell me what I can.
Maybe with
like
an LED, maybe with an LED brush or something.
You're not the boss of me.
Sure. So you see the reductors activating in advance. Going to do some sweet sprays. Unleash the bees.
You know, we saw that wall go down. Rose at like turn 2, and we're like, I don't think that's going to stay there very long. That wall's been there the whole game. That wall will never
leave. That wall is there to stay. It is burning bright. We see some shots here. No damage on the Avatar. The angry bees are not enough.
Nope.
We see a spray on the Zealot leader. Hit, and that will remove that. So there's a quick field promotion. And those Zealots, they've been hanging on.
Yeah.
This whole game, just throwing their bombs. We've got an Enigma Foundry walking in there. He's like, I'm not afraid.
I'll just come over here now.
Hey, when your choices get thrown a bomb on or engage them, you might as well engage them.
I kind of think of the Enigma Foundry as the Charlie in the box of the Convergence.
No Charlie in the box. It's not the Charlie in the box.
I'm just going for anything that's terror-inducing for you.
Charlie in the box is not terror-inducing for me. I mean, he's nightmare fuel because he's a freak, but... So Jason only able to put out 2 obstructors instead of 3 due to the distance placement limitations. The other Enigma Foundry is going to activate, advance up, drop some more dudes out. That unit's basically just going to become full again. There they go. So 3 obstructors come back to the other unit. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
You think Mike's getting sick of killing those guys?
I imagine that he was sick of killing them. Well, so for me personally, I would never get sick of killing robots.
Sure.
Like, just let them keep coming back so I can be smashing them with, like, a bat. And revel in the oily gore that is their innards. But, yes, I think Mike is done. He's probably very tired of this at this point. See a charge happening with that obstructor unit that just got brought back to life. Charging on the Avatar, charging the Redeemer. Jason desperately trying to clear that zone. He needs them sweet spinning hubcaps for his knee pads. We're going to bling out these guys. I heard you like chrome, dog. We just chromed your chrome.
Still plenty of time left on the clocks here.
Yep. Both these players playing very fast and very effectively.
Charging.
So you charging the Avatar again?
I don't think he's in.
You don't get to think, sir.
That's dark.
Is it?
I don't know. It's Sunday.
See the last one run. So we just got, the hilarious thing to me is it's like, we just saw what happened last time. Now, granted, he destroyed Hand of Judgment. I don't know that he's going to have the same luck against the Avatar. So basically, it's just like, go in there, boys. And Fior's just like, go away.
just.
And then they come back.
Stop.
And the same thing happens. It's like watching the tide. Nope.
Pausing the clock.
You got a judge call here?
Checking melee on that one. Since I'm not allowed to think, we're going to do a judge.
Yeah. I told you, you're not allowed to think. You don't get to make that call.
So we got Michael Chili Winters giving that.
Yep. Getting in there.
Giving that judgment.
His cute little Mewtwo tattoo.
And his Morrowind.
His Morrowind, yeah. Yeah. You know he's a stand-up guy when you got a Radiance of Morrow on your arm.
Yep.
So call is he is engaging. So it looks like you were wrong, Plummer, and that's
I
why
was.
you don't get to have an opinion.
I mean, me and Hungerford are the same person.
What was it? Hungy Plummer? Hungy
Plumgerford.
Plumberford. Yeah, Plumber. I can't even say that. No, there was a different one last night. So attacks on the Avatar, trying to do some damage, does a whole point.
I think it was Hunger Plumbing it.
Hunger Plumbing. Yeah, that's what it was. So 2 more points to the Avatar. Not what you want to see if you're Watt at this point. The Avatar at arm 21, though, it's just...
I mean, when you're making that charge, you take what you can get.
Yeah, the problem is that with Fiora standing right there with her twin flamethrowers rocked up, you're just like, I need to do more. 6 guys appear, 6 guys disappear. 100 robots enter, no robot leaves.
There can be only none.
That's right. When it comes to robots, that's the fact. You see another charge happening with the other unit of obstructors. Watt has to now deal with that rough terrain marker from the Hand of Judgment that he just demolished last turn. See a quick thing. Just confirming his charge path here. His lane. So that one looked like it charged a priest or a choir member. And let's see 4.5 here. He is out of range of the Pathfinder ability. Onslaught, is that the name of it? Which one is it on Axis that grants? Yeah, Onslaught. Yep. See another charge. So charge Zealot, charge Zealot. He's going to murderize those Zealots. So no Pathfinder still. So he's charging Fiora. Interesting. And right to there. Now that distance from this camera angle looks like it's too far, but we'll see what happens when they... Oh, maybe. That might be in.
We'll see, right?
It's going to be close either way, I think. Although
I think he's got it.
Even if he does, a 3-man CMA against Fiora isn't going to do a ton with her sitting on 6 focus. So, nothing on Fiora in the miss. Choir misses. Zealot hits. Zealot dies. So, all of that for a single Zealot. The dice give and the dice take away. Danny Modesto's Scales of Justice have just come in. It's another one of his moves, by the way.
Scales of Justice.
The Scales of Justice.
Is it like a bolo? He throws it.
Yeah. From his motorcycle while doing a wheelie.
Well, yeah. Of course.
He like pops the bike up and he's just like, Scales of Justice.
And it shoots fire out the back.
No, that's too much. It's too much.
He
can't afford this. He doesn't even have a job, man. Roaming around the country like dealing out justice does not pay well.
I mean, he had to choose between getting more business cards or getting the flame jets installed on the bike.
He's barely scraping by. Like, he goes through all of this. He probably wrecks every town he goes to in his like quest for justice. He just burns the place to the ground, riddles it with bullet holes, and they're sitting there and they're like, "Okay, well, thanks for that. Like, we're homeless now, but at least justice has been served." And he's like, "Yeah, so could I get some like a sandwich and maybe like gas money?"
Hate him.
Good. So maybe we could get like some gas money, and they're like, "Just please go. You blew up the gas station. We can't give you gas,
sir. You need to leave."
Yeah. You and your justice need to get out of here. We will happily go back to the tyrannical mayor. But he was fixing the elementary pageant. Justice must be served.
All right, so we got some dead obstructors. I get deja vu every time I see Watt put those models right there.
It's just
and pull them back.
We could just rewind the commentary at this point.
It's like the robot hokey pokey.
Fiora burns a bunch of things.
You put some obstructors in. You take some obstructors out.
Oh, wow.
Put the obstructors in.
And then what? Then what do you do with them? What do you do with them?
You shake them all about, I guess.
I don't think so. That's not what's happening
That's what
here.
you do with your dice.
You shake your dice about?
Yeah.
You do the obstructor pokey?
You turn yourself around. That's
what it's all about. So Exemplar Errant takes a free strike, uses sack to ignore it, lets another one of his members take it in the face. That's going to be a horrible job as well. Like you're like, oh, I joined this bond of brotherhood. And they're like, yeah, so we're going to do this like little blood ritual. And now when Timmy over there takes it in the face, you're out. You're out, Steve.
Yeah, like those are the friends you don't want to get in a bar fight
They're not
with.
friends. They're not friends at all. Like the Exemplar Errant team building exercises, they get 6 guys who really like each other and 4 guys they all hate.
Yeah. And they go get in a bar fight with Danny Modesto.
Danny Modesto. It's like, I don't appreciate your politics, sir. Justice.
Mike Puryear rolling a lot of dice against
Yep.
instructors.
Going as fast as he can here, down to 16 minutes.
My deja vu kicking in.
Some murderizing obstructors. Quick work here. Quick
Quite the crowd
Obstruct.
watching the game.
Yep. The cover bonus will cause that one to miss. And that will murderize. So quick work again. Shoots. And does manage to kill another one.
Jason Watt holding on. Round
Yep.
5.
Mike has changed tactics now from trying to eliminate the Enigma Foundry to trying to simply eliminate the units.
Get rid of them all.
So it gets a reductor with that one.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Axis move up a little bit, right?
Watt is waiting to make his play, I guess, at this point.
Guess.
But at this juncture, Mike's done a great job on clearing out his right side. That left side is still pretty ugly.
Yeah.
And he failed to take out the Enigma Foundry with 1 health on it so far and 1 obstructor. So that unit is still in play.
Okay, he hit the Foundry. Boosting.
Boosting to get rid of it.
And there it goes.
And that will finish it off. So 1 Foundry down. That was the Foundry in the center, so not the one that's engaged currently.
Yeah, but that was the one with 1 box left.
Yep. The one that's engaged has taken 2 points, I think. So misses the objective, trying to push his way into. Can't go more than 2.5 to the 5, so it looks like it's going to catch nothing. So buying the objective. Does hit the objective this time. 2 boxes the objective and splash on the obstructor. Man, and
is that the
will
last one?
Take out the entire unit. So that unit is out.
And we see Watt taking such
handful of
excellent
dudes.
care of his models.
Yeah.
Rupert playing that song again.
So we've got a whole bunch of on fire dudes.
It's one of those things Fiora loves.
Was that from the Avatar's Flame Burst?
Yes, the Avatar's Flame
Yeah.
Burst. It was an ancillary attack.
Yep. So this is definitely the turn where Mike turns it around in terms of the Convergence hokey pokey he's been playing. And that's 1 more down from Fiora. So Fiora's going to take a free strike to back up and shoot her flamethrowers. At arm 23, I don't think I'd be too worried either. Even with spiked dice, it's... So the first one misses, second one hits. Trip sixes. Do it! 2 points, not bad on an arm 23 caster.
Right.
From a POW 11 teleflail. Reach out and touch someone!
Was it you the other day I asked if they make cellular flails?
No.
No, that was Hungerford.
But now I'm real disappointed.
Like I said, it's a constant state for you.
There goes another Enigma Foundry. Gaze is not up, and it looks like Mike's going to be done with his turn. Making sure he's activated everything. And that'll pass the clock. All right, so fire. Fire will go out. Only 1 Enigma Foundry left on the board. Watt trying to decide if he wants to take a free strike, it looks like, by walking that Enigma Foundry into a place where it can do stuff. Considering how much damage is left on the Avatar, I think we might see Axis just charge in there.
If he can make it.
Yeah.
He's way back there. I don't think
He's got some
there.
beat back potential.
From what?
Those errands that are up front?
I don't think he's close enough.
All right. So we're going to see some charging on the Avatar again.
And on Fiora.
Yeah, the charging the Fiora thing is just trying to tie up those flamethrowers, right? Force her to take free strikes and maybe chip away at her. But some quick discussion on lines, and that was determined that his line was out. This guy's going to go after that last Zealot. We're going to see another charge on Fiora. He's trying to take out the Zealot unit, get a little damage on Fiora here. That guy's got to deal with that flame wall, so he's just going to run. You know, at this point, like Jason's attrition game has definitely swung, and he is on the back foot here. He's got some reductors he can bring back, few obstructors left. And that obstructor unit, honestly, on his right is very full for how much damage it has taken. It's short 2 guys at the moment.
I've never actually seen this list in action. Like, I've heard people talk about it a lot. It is sickening to watch.
Yeah. And we see 2 points to the 2. And that'll hit on the...
Oh, there's
a spike. 8 points to the 1 on the Avatar. So, took out the shield, but the Teleflails, of course, ignore the shield in the first place because they have chain weapon.
Sure.
So Enigma Foundry's going to take a free strike, advance up, try to put some more guys in play. So it does hit. Pound 9 needs a big roll.
I don't think that's big enough.
1 point. 1 fatty point to the robot man.
Mm-hmm. What's he putting out? 3 reductors.
And those reductors, you know what they did?
No.
They just died in his arms tonight.
No, they died in his arms last night.
No, tonight.
No, they didn't die. They just came back to life.
Well, yeah. Must have been something he said.
No, it wasn't.
See a measurement here really quick. Checking to see where things are going. We've got, it looks like those reductors are reductors, right?
They're reductors going after the Avatar.
They're charging the Avatar. Shield's down, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean, sure. POW plus 10 retractable blades.
So then we have a run.
That's
Charging the Avatar hits. See if the reductors can make this happen. Can they reduct the Avatar?
Oh, not with that roll.
That roll is
garbage.
Terrible. Just.
Oh, so's that one.
No, this is not.
Gets the errant though. What about the errant stuff?
Well, that's what you want right there. All right, so Watt still facing down a very angry Avatar. So we see Axis is going to run.
He's measuring his control area during the run.
Yep. So trying to make sure that he's out of trample range of the Avatar. Put himself into contention for something. You know, the parallels on these clocks, on these guys' clock is just impressive. Especially when you consider how many models Jason has and how many he's brought back.
He's got to have played at least 100 models in this game.
Yes. So we see a quick confirmation from the judges to make sure that he's just outside of 10 inches of the Avatar. So that has been determined. That wall template has moved a little bit. Hopefully, there we go. That shifted back. And 3 goes on the Redeemer.
Help keeping that wall of fire.
Yep.
Excellent use of that spell.
It's in the perfect spot, right? It's right there in the cage. So Fortify gets upkept. 3 on the Redeemer. Upkeeps the wall. Fiora's sitting on 6. She is engaged, so she's going to have to take a couple of free strikes if she wants to flamethrower again. Choir's going to go. They're going to battle. All of Mike's guys, one-hit wonders, man. They only know one song.
That's correct.
They're great songs, though. Battle, battle.
Battle, battle.
Battle, battle.
Battle, battle.
Battle, battle, battle.
kind of reminds me of that old Muppet sketch with the fuzzy guys. Yip 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 yip.
It's always you and the Muppets.
I love the Muppets.
I liked the Muppets.
I also liked the Muppets.
They're a cold, hard group for a cold, cynical world. You're done, Muppets. And there goes everything. Last obstructor that was around the Avatar. Just get that out of here. So
Enigma Foundry.
Yep.
That's a hit.
Getting rocketed. This is going to be bad.
No, it's not.
No! So it takes 2 damage. Going to buy, take a shot, hits, going to boost. Oh, misses because of cover. So they determined that because of the cover bonus, both shots missed. And then fly an attack on the objective.
And I think hits him.
So Pout Blast, nothing. So the objective takes a few points of damage from a missed rocket. See the errants going? Just trying to clear out the last of that unit. Charging the objective, running.
I think this might be the end of the Enigma Foundry.
It's only 1 charge from a Weapon Master. I mean, it's got a shot. But
I mean, if it spikes, right?
If it spikes, yeah. There's some quick works and some charges. I think it's the end of the unit, though, which is going to be the bigger problem. And that guy is going to die. Going to see a quick work. He's going to hit. And not dead. That's not what he needed.
On the Foundry.
And here comes the Foundry. He's going to miss. No, hits.
No, he hits.
10.
There it is.
That's a huge roll. And that'll do. So there's the spike. And now Watt is left with table. About nothing. So what do you do here?
Well, now he's got the beat back to get into the Avatar at least.
Sure.
But then he'll only dominate for 2, and then he's got to live.
Live through it. Well, the Avatar's now enlivened, so you get 1 shot on it.
Still score.
If it runs away, yeah.
Plus, you can always run those obstructors in, block the enliven.
True. So we got Fiora left to go. She's going to murderize herself some dudes. Not backing away to Flamethrower, though, this time. So she'll camp 5. Puts her at arm 22. So 8 minutes and 30 seconds left on Mike's clock. So Zealot does the Fervor, attacks, eliminates an Obstructor. And that will be that. So we've got an enlivened Avatar. We've got Watt down to nothing.
Nothing.
After putting so many models on the table, Mike has just been able to chew through, largely thanks to quick work from those errants. Like being able to eliminate 2 models a turn kind of has swung this back in his favor. And then obviously all the sprays. The sprays have done an amazing amount of work. So you see a measurement of control range. Jason trying to determine if he can get to the Avatar.
Round 7.
He's got a lot to clear out here, though. He's got a lot to clear out. Mike has killed a bazillion points of models at this point.
A bazillion.
Models. Jason being very careful on his measurement. He knows he's 10 inches out of the Avatar, and the Avatar didn't move.
Yep.
So, because this game has gone so long, there is a massive crowd around this table to the point to where we've got people standing on chairs to be able to see from way back.
I would say like maybe a third of the people in this room.
It's
crowded around this table. It's very exciting. So some instructors charging that Avatar.
So, looks like Watt did upkeep Onslaught.
Attack
on the choir. Might as well, right? Make him pay. So going against that Avatar again. So single shots on the Avatar. Hits. Let's see if he can make up for last turn's dice rolls.
That looks
he
big.
Certainly can. So Enliven happens because he got hit. Needs to determine where the Avatar is going to go. He does not want to move him out of the zone, though.
Well, it doesn't really matter if he moves him out of the zone, right? Like, he's got other stuff in there.
He does. He does. So we see a pause on the clock. So we're looking to see if the Avatar can back up.
Oh, that
seems tight, although it's hard
to
tell from this
angle.
You
can't really see from this angle.
We'll get a top down here. There we go. That looks... Yeah, that's not going to happen if they're both base to base.
There's no way.
Yeah, not based on their positioning there. So let me see a quick measurement. It might be good on the obstructor. And quick measurement. It is in advance, so he doesn't have to go in a straight line. Chili moving. So pulls the model. See our judges, multiple judge hands now. Our 6-armed beast. Pushing it through. So it looks like the gap is there. So he can fit through the gap. So the Enliven will just simply move him out of strike range of the second obstructor. So measure reach real quick. Time will start back on. That'll be the end of the obstructor's activation now. The Enliven pulling the Avatar out. All right, gotta eliminate a lot of stuff still.
So got a reductor, shooting spray.
Yep, should hit 2. We'll hit. And we'll hit. And tough, nope. And boxes, but no damage on the officer. All right. I mean, Jason can kind of time. Can play one more round at least of cat and mouse, but he's going to be losing the rest of his models at this point. See Jason measuring his control area again, trying to determine if he can get to the Avatar, which at this point I think is impossible.
Yeah.
So also making sure that he's going to stay out of charge range. See advance. Checking to make sure he's out of 10. Also has to worry about Fiora. Fiora, though, she with Engine of Destruction, she's a monster.
Oh, yeah.
11 inches, and she's charging as fast as a horse. No reach, though. Looks like he might just be a little out of 11. 11 and a half, really. He's got to be at 12. So that'll pass the clock.
I don't even know.
So upkeep firewall. Keeps her at 5. Tristan's going to give 3 to Redeemer as always.
I think
Fortify
start
upkeep.
shooting Axis.
I would. Nope, we're going to see charges on Axis here. I would figure you would have shot the Redeemer first into Axis and then charged. Ugh. So we're going to see damage from the flame wall here. So 3 points, 2 points on the officer here. Oh, 3. So it takes 3 damage on the officer from running through Fiora's flame wall. So the objective is down to 3 health. These guys are going to run. Just getting into Axis's way. All right, so what does the Redeemer do at this point then if it's not going to shoot Axis in the face?
I think it shoots.
That cluster?
I think it shoots a cluster.
I mean, it is the only. There's not many models on Jason's side anymore, so it is kind of the only It could shoot the objective and finish it off as well.
Yeah, deny a point. Or no, that would
Earn
be
a
for his
point.
own point. Mer, mer. Miss.
So
Misses
acquired.
actress.
Here comes the battle. Battle, battle, battle.
Yep, 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 yep.
And Avatar this turn got 4 focus. So Redeemer's going to aim, shoot at the objective.
Hits it. Nails it.
That'll do. Subjective is destroyed.
So that is a control point for the Protectorate.
So it'll be 1 to 2 now. Avatar advances back into the zone, base to base with, and that will destroy an obstructor. And that'll be the end. So Avatar uses its gaze, because why not?
Zealot
Yep.
hits him. Oh, misses.
So it's going to catch both of them, which is pretty perfect. So it gets one
him
of them.
both. Oh,
Just one.
just one.
Fiora activates, attacks,
Fiora
murders
gets
that
him.
last one. And that'll be 2 points now, 2 to 2.
At the end of the turn.
That turn is over.
Oh, did it end?
Yeah, he
My
passed.
bad.
He passed. Fiora was his last thing.
This has been a slugfest.
It has been brutal.
So all he has left is Axis,
Yeah.
right?
Axis stands alone.
How?
The
How?
cheese stands alone, sir. All right. So Axis is going to charge right through that wall of fire. Here's your Terminator moment.
Yeah, Terminator moment.
Takes 2 free strikes.
Oh.
So 2 points.
2 points.
They're going to attack the errant. We'll murderize him. He's going to beat back into the Avatar. At this point, Watt just wants to murder the Avatar.
You got to do something.
Hits, no shield. $19 points left on that Avatar.
My goodness.
So boost, dice off 5. 4's not going to get through it. Buys an attack, which will be
That's
2.
good. He needs that on damage. Nope.
Nothing. Second attack, misses. Oh, it does hit. Dice off 5, 7 points. Go ahead and beat back, get into both those guys. Buys 2 attacks again. Let's keep hammer time.
It's a hit.
So 7 points are left on the Avatar.
Boxcar
5 off.
kills it. Nope.
No damage again. Hits. He's
Boosting.
going to
Needs a
boost
12.
it. That's
There it is.
enough. So 7 points. That'll wreck the Avatar. Comes a beat back again. And
Pass the
that'll be turn. And that will be it.
That'll do it.
So
Fantastic game.
Mike
Wow, that
Puryear
was-
will win on control points, as he'll be able to move Fiora in and dominate.
Correct, because Axis cannot contest that zone.
Axis
So that was
cannot
that was a
contest.
fantastic game. 8. So 7.5 rounds
Seven
of
and a
War
half
Machine.
rounds of War Machine.
That was absolutely insane. What a great game to watch. 2 great players.
Yep.
Something I don't even think I have the stamina to make it through that game. Well,
Definitely a grueling match.
yeah, it was a
lot of fun
fantastic
to
game
watch.
to watch. But we got 2 more
Wait,
coming
stop.
at you. Oh,
Hammer time.
Ah, God. That's Ed's thing. Anyway, that was we got 2 rounds left coming, and we'll see you here for the next one from War Machine Weekend
Yep.
2015 in St. Louis, Missouri.
For the semifinals match.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.